Yeah, so I'm on a job the other day talking to some woman, and in a sense, I know I shouldn't be talking to her about serious topics. But if a woman brings it up, bring things up like this, I'll chime in a little bit, give her some of my information, but she's not going to accept it well anyway. Because soon as I mention the word submissive, soon as I mention the word submissive, it's all over. It's all over, man. You see the demon come out. You know what I'm saying? You see that demon come out. I mean, and in most cases, I know this is how it's going to be. But I say to myself, like, I would want her to look at me as being different. Like, oh, okay, man, like this guy is totally different. Like, I don't like him. I hate him. Yeah, I dislike him. But this guy is different. Most guys don't talk like this. In a sense, they don't talk like they better than me. Most men talk like I'm better than them. This is how most women think. And especially American women. So she's telling me, hey, you should change your ways. Like, I let her know because she's single. I'm single as well. She telling me, oh, well, you should change your ways. And I'm sort of just looking at her sideways when she's talking like this. You see what I'm saying? Because obviously she doesn't know what she's talking about. She's thinking that, okay, well, yeah, I know better than him and I know what's good for him. And this woman, she's a single mother. By the way, I don't have no kids. Totally autonomous. I don't have no kids. You see what I'm saying? So a woman like this gonna try to give a man like me some information. Like I say, I somewhat got my stuff together. My own place, car. My credit is decent. She's a single mother with kids. Left the man that she was with. Any woman that's a single mother and you leave the man or you discard the man that you was with, you're rebellious. It's the bottom line. You are a rebellious woman. So I was able to look straight through her, man. She tries to tell me, well, you should change your ways in order to get with this or that type of woman. At the end of the day, I let her know, listen, I'd say about 25 to 30% of American men out here, they bachelors anyway. Because it's like 70 to 80% of these American women, they're promiscuous. They dress promiscuous. Their example is who? Cardi B, the feminist, Beyonce. Most of these women by the age of 25, they done slept around with at least 10 plus guys. They've copulated with at least 10 plus guys by the age of 25. And you look at the BAW by the age of 25, I'd say more than half of them in America, they're single mothers, rebellious. Bottom line. So as a man, you have to put your foot down and let them know, hey, you gonna lead, or we just not gonna be together at all. Because for me, and everybody's different, but for me, a submissive woman, a weak woman, a malleable woman, that turns me on. Yeah, that turns me on. Not saying that I'm trying to run all over a woman, no. But when a woman follows the man's lead, for me, that's attractive. All that 50-50 stuff, there is no 50-50. Because at the end of the day, this woman, she's going to try to usurp your authority at the end of the day. That's just how it's going to be. So there is no 50-50. That's what she's going to try to do. And most men out there, they know as well as I do. But, so she would try to tell me, well, hey, you should change your ways to get with this or that type of woman. And so in a sense, I sort of flipped the script on her. I asked her, well, why did you leave the man that you was with? And most of them, they would say, oh, the man, he was abusive. Or he cheated. I mean, it's like, this is their rhetoric. Most women, this is what they say. But a real man can see through all that garbage. He can see through all that piffle. All of it. A woman would say, well, that man cheated. You see, I look at myself as a Hebrew Israelite. So, as men, we can't cheat. Men don't cheat. All that man was doing was looking for another wife. That's all he was doing. If that man has 2 to 3 wives, trust me, he's not going to cheat. He's thinking about nation building. Most men who would have 2 or 3 wives, 2, 3 kids by these different women, they just have too much going on. They don't have the time to be trying to sleep with all these different type of women. No. Now, a whoremonger can. The Bible, it talks about that as well. You see. And then she'd bring up a point, like, she'd say something like, well, he was abusive. At the end of the day, for the most part, a conscious, introspective, industrious man is not going to mistreat a woman. That's not going to happen. Unless he's a drunkard and he's just out of his mind, or some to that extent. But a man who has a job, who's kept a job, who has his own place, who rarely drinks responsibly, drinks occasionally, doesn't get high off of some psychedelic drug or something like that. I'm talking about a conscious, introspective man. He's not gonna abuse his power. That's not gonna happen, man. Most of the time, when men, they sort of overstep their boundaries, is when a woman gets all in his face. And she threatened to do this and she threatened to do that. And it's when they're in a monogamous relationship. You see what I mean? And the woman is not submissive. When she's not submissive, she's thinking, okay, 50-50. Anything you can do, I can do. The woman will question a man, interrogate a man as to why he's out past 10 or 11 o'clock with his buddies at the bar. That's when problems arise. See what I'm saying? She's not submissive. If a woman is not submissive and I can't check her, I can't be with her. Because I'm not going to allow her negative emotions to ruin the relationship. It's not going to happen, man. I need 100% control, full control, bottom line. That's what I need for us to succeed. That's what I need. Because I'm not going to have a woman trying to disrespect me in public. I'd rather be alone. I would rather be alone. And that's what I let this one lady know on the job. I'd rather be alone. Because I let her know, you know as well as I do how women operate. They go on a period. They're very ambivalent. Very contentious, argumentative. Women, they nag. Men are a little bit more stolid. We're laid back. You know how women are. I let her know this. This woman that was trying to tell me, well, you should change your ways to get this or that type of woman. Nah, I totally disagree. And in a sense, I know what I want. A lot of these women, I would go online and, or I would just meet a woman out there on the street and, I would ask her, well, what type of man are you looking for? What type of man that you're auspicious to? And they would say, well, I usually attract thugs. I usually attract guys that are in and out of jail. Just no good guys. guys who just can't keep a job, guys who aren't industrious, just just all these crazy men. So it's like when they see a good man, they don't know how to adjudicate that man or judge that man. They wouldn't know how. They wouldn't. Because they've been messing with no good men most of their lives. You see what I'm saying? And a good man is going to tell a woman no. That's a good man right there. He going to tell you no. Because he knows what a woman's emotions is capable of. He knows. But due to feminism and obdurate, stubborn women, he knows what could possibly happen. When you go back and forth with a woman, when you living in a relationship that's 50-50. I was with a woman some time ago, and she submitted to me for like a year or something. Of course, this is a white woman. I'd say most black women, it's hard for them to take orders from a man. They really don't respect black men. But they would go to their job and happily work for the white man, though. They would do that in a heartbeat. They would go to work and do whatever that white man says. But when it comes down to their husband or that black man, they're not trying to hear it. Because they don't respect us like that. That's the bottom line. They only respect the man who has the power. And the man who has the most money. Has the most money. In this country, it's white men. That's just how it is. But yeah, I was with a chick, and for like a year, she was submissive to me or whatever. Probably, maybe a little bit more than that. And after a while, of course, she exited the relationship. Hey, I didn't, I knew it was coming. Because women, they are evasive. I mean, nowadays, it's the norm for a woman to divorce her husband or to exit the relationship, after a couple months, after a couple years. For the American woman, it's okay for her to sleep around. It's okay for her to sleep around. In a sense, she's naive to what microchimerism can do to her body. Her sleeping around with different men. See, she don't know no better. So hey. In the government, they know this. But it's a plan. And it has set up women. But they don't know no better. They sleep. In some relationships nowadays, I see some women, they have more power than the men. The men act like the girls and the girls act like the men. It's crazy. Because I'm not going to lie. Like, I live in a neighborhood as to where it's like predominantly white people. I be seeing some white dudes with some fine chicks. I be like, man, she fine. Like, man, that chick is bad. Like, she's a 9 or a 10. She's an 8, 9, or a 10. She's fine. Or I see some black chicks. I mean, I see like black dudes with some cute black women. Well, I sort of rarely see that around here. It's mainly I see like black dudes, interracial dating with like a fine white chick or a white dude with a fine white chick. And I say to myself, I get sort of envious as well, because I say to myself, like, man, I want that too. Not that I'm hating on this man, but it's almost like a kid. When the kid see his older brother reach up and grab a doorknob and open the doorknob and walk out, his younger brother gonna look at him and think like, man, I want to be able to do that too. Not that he's jealous of his brother or none of that. Nah. You see what I'm saying? But I see some men with some really cute chicks, and I say to myself, like, man. But ultimately, I don't know what these men are going through to keep these women. Some of these dudes be married to these women, and you know we don't do no legal marriage over here at IBMOR. That's something that we don't do. I see these men walking down the street with these women, and the women always walking in front of the dude like she's the leader or something like that. These dudes pushing strollers, carrying babies, all this other stuff, holding purses and stuff. You know, now mind you, they got some cute chicks. I'm not gonna lie. But it's like these men are being put in subservient positions just to be with these chicks, man. And that's my bottom line. I can't do that, man. I can't do it. Nah, I can't do it, man. Not saying that I never had no fine chicks, because, I mean, hey, I done pulled up on some bad ones. But at the end of the day, they come and go. And nowadays in America, it's hard to keep a bad chick because it's like, she's going to live like an elitist. Like, okay, well, man, I could get any dude. She'll get all the attention. Even if she married, it's possible that dude's still going to try to walk up and talk to her. You see what I'm saying? You know, so a lot of these dudes that's with these real bad chicks, like, they going through a lot to be with these chicks. They're playing a submissive role to be with these women. You see what I'm saying? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I mean, I used to think like that. I used to think analogous to that, like, okay, me and a woman is equal. But now I see, after swallowing the red pill, now I've seen what it has done to my life, man. It just made me soft. It made me into a simp. It just made me less than a man. You see what I'm saying? I remember back in the days, years and years and years ago, I'm begging the chicks, I'm begging to women and this and that. Just less than a man. So this woman on the job would tell me, you should change your ways. No, I know better than that, man. I know better than that. I'm perfectly fine with being alone. They put me in one of the group homes or whatever, where the old people go after I'm old. That's fine. Oh well, that's how I'm gonna live. I'm gonna still have my manhood though. So yeah, it's black brother. Catch you guys on the next video. Comment. Subscribe if you want. Comment if you want. Subscribe if you want. This is a student of IBMOR. A student of IBMOR.